Today we're gonna talk about corpse sickness and corpse stench in Project Zomboid Build 42. Now, corpse sickness is not a new mechanic, we've had that in Build 41, but a few things have changed about it, so it's worth taking another look and what it means for your character. Also, the whole stinky moodle is definitely a new one, so we'll see what's up with that. Now, as you go around and kill zombies, first of all, nothing big happens while you have 5 or fewer corpses around you. But if, for some magical reason, a 6th corpse is in the area, you start getting this bad smell moodle. Now, of course, you might just think, yeah, of course it smells bad, there are corpses, it's the apocalypse, deal with it, not a big deal. Well, far from it. If we actually look here in debug mode into our little character debugger, you will see here that very slowly, not sickness, but food sickness is creeping up. For some reason, one way or the other, food sickness is what is caused by the corpse stench. And this will very, very slowly creep up. Even on the lowest amount of bad smell and with only 6 corpses in our area. If we have more corpses around, it will go up significantly faster. Once it reaches 25 food sickness, I'm just going to fast forward time a little bit. But you see, this is like what, an in-game hour-ish? Maybe 2 hours. We will start to see the queasy. Now, queasy is basically your sickness moodle, where you start first getting queasy, then nauseous, then sick, then a fever, and then you're dead. Basically, when the fever shows up, you're pretty likely dead already. And this was just with, what do we have here? I think like just over 20 corpses in this space. So, and it took like 2 hours, not even, of in-game time to get to this point. So most importantly, the first takeaway, if you see the bad smell moodle, or a harder version of this, in this case awful odor already, you never want to sleep in your car when that moodle is present. If you're in there for 8 hours of sleep, you're not gonna wake up to a good time. Alright, so first question is, what's the range of this? If we move away, thanks to my handy markers on the ground, you see as soon as we are more than 10 tiles away, the smell goes away. So one way to avoid the corpse sickness and the bad smell is just moving far enough away. And you can see down here, the moment the smell stopped, the food sickness, which is causing the corpse sickness, basically is starting to tick down again. Very slowly though, it's not the moment you go away, doesn't instantly remove it. Another way to not be affected by this is by going inside a building. Now, we're still within like 5 tiles of the corpse pile, but the stench is away, corpse sickness is dropping. Just being inside magically stops the smell. Like, even though there's like no window, no door, just the magic of being inside, and you can see from the temperature change that it's actually considered an inside structure, that is enough to stop the corpse sickness. Another alternative is to go up a level. The moment we are on the upper level, smell disappears, food sickness, corpse sickness drops. The moment we go down, it starts up again. Now, since corpse sickness uses the food sickness system, things like lemongrass will help you a little bit. So you see we dropped like 10 food sickness just by eating that. It's a short-term relief because I'm fairly certain you can't just spam it. Eating the second one had no effect. Oh, what a coincidence! Hello, helicopter. Well, let me just do a quick pause until he's gone. So, after that little interruption. Now, outside of zombie corpses, corpse sickness is also caused by animal corpses. You see, we get a little smelly here, and as we walk over here, you notice this is my butcher hook. And if you're lazy about your butcher hook and you don't clean up the skeletons that come after butchering an animal, they still emit corpse sickness. They still emit bad smell. You get sick around your own base. So clear up your animal skeletons. Yeah, that includes that family of bunnies that you drove over near your base. Those corpses that are on the ground will emit corpse sickness. One other thing you can do to help combat this is equipment. Any sort of face covering or mouth covering will reduce the effect. Something like a dust mask or even a bandana reduces the smell level a little bit. Anything with a filter, so a half-mask respirator, proper gas mask, etc., will completely protect you from the smell as long as the filter is still active. The moment the filter goes, you're still there with the overwhelming stench. Then, let me just check. Oh, finally, if you're not a big fan of this little mechanic, and you would like to change it for your game, you can do so, of course, in the sandbox options if you start a sandbox game. There's basically 3 things that have a little bit of an impact here. First of all, time before corpse removal. So how quickly corpses from zombies that are on the ground will be there before they just magically disappear. By default, this is 216 hours, so 9 in-game days. You can change that to limited, so you don't have to bury every single corpse that you come across, or burn every corpse, because that never causes a chaos. So you could reduce that number if you don't want to deal with this for so long, if you want to reduce the impact a little bit. Then there is the decaying corpse health impact setting. Now this is for all corpses, zombies, animals, etc. By default, it's set to normal. I'm fairly certain on extinction it's set to high, and you could just reduce it or even completely remove it if you think this is a stupid mechanic. It's your game. Do what you want. And finally, there's this little setting. Now, if you really wanna care about this mechanic a little bit more, zombie health impact. And that means even living zombies will have the same corpse stench, corpse sickness effect on you that dead zombies have. This is enabled by default on extinction mode. So on extinction, every group of more than 6 zombies will make the bad smell, will make you accumulate corpse sickness. So that is enabled there by default on extinction. So be aware of that, or if you don't want to deal with this, you can play the extinction preset in the sandbox options and disable that. If you so desire. It's your game, it's a sandbox game. Do what is the most fun for you. Alright, I think that covers everything around corpse sickness and corpse stench. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and if I know the answer, I'll try to answer it as best as possible. And if you have any other ideas or requests for topics of the game that you want to have a look under the hood, how they work, have them explained, then let me know. I'm happy to do more tutorials like this. For now, I'm gonna put a cut in here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.